that's funny that it spawned that in. Because originally, I think it was kind of connected to the ship when I first brought it in, and then I did all the modifications, but I left the ship on there. And I think when I copied the whole capital ship, it also copied the little ship in there as well. Hey everyone, and welcome. Dark Skye here, and today we are playing Space Engineers 2. We picked up a new ship on our last mission, and we are retrofitting it onto the capital ship to serve double duty as our combat ship and our dropship. We are testing the changes in creative first, because if we get this wrong, we may have to bring the whole ship back in and build it all over again. So currently what I'm doing here is I want to take this ship here. This is the one that we got on one of our missions. Really nice, although the fact is that I copied it after I destroyed it. So I kind of gutted out the center, as you can see here, but that's okay because I think I want to change that out anyways, make this a little bit more better. You know, it doesn't seem right, because why would you want... You have the front of the ship here, which is going to be taking a lot of damage because you're going to be pointed towards like combat and everything like that. We're going to have these guns, they're going to be blazing and all that. The last thing that we need to do is get a stray bullet that comes shooting right through here, takes out the glass, and it's going to hit like all these machines in here, which this one here is our gravity generator, takes out the gravity generator. Right behind it is our O2 H2 generator, which is going to take out our engines, because then we want our engines all use the hydro to keep everything running and everything like that. And you can see that it would take out this area here, and it would just shoot back and just pretty much take out the whole back. Just one stray shot, it could end up taking out this whole entire ship, starting from the front and taking it straight to the back. So I'm thinking what I want to do instead is I want to take out this gear forge, I'll stick it somewhere else, and I'm going to armor up this front end a little bit more, take out that doors, and put some armor in there, so that way if we end up taking a stray bullet, it's not going to take out the whole ship before we get a good fighting chance to be able to do a little damage on our own. First off, what I like to do here is we got these two like little cargo boxes. Well, this one up here is more of a cargo container. Well, this is a cargo container, isn't it? That's also a cargo container over there. Let's first off, let's take care of this, take that out, and then in its spot, I want to put in the another weapon up there. So we're gonna do weapons, and now I don't want to put anything on the ship that we don't currently own or we don't have currently unlocked at the moment. So I'm going to try to keep it more to what we already have unlocked. So I'm thinking I want to put one gun back here, and I want to take this out here, and we'll put this gun back here. And then on this part here, we want logistics, and then we want to do the adapter ends. So let's do the adapter end, and then I want to do the small tubes. So first off is let's do the end first, and I'll put that on right there, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I wanted to put in the missiles. So let's see here, I want to put in weapons, and let's stick the missiles down here. Now, I had to kind of figure out which way this goes, because if you look at this missile, it has holes on this side here, so that goes that way. And it also has holes going this way too. So you're like, well, which way does this thing shoot? But the hint is, if you look on the front, it's got little arrows that are pointed. So it's kind of like a claymore mine. You know, it has the little thing that says, point this direction, towards the enemy. So we want to point this way towards the enemy. So you can see there we have the little arrows right there. This way, that's the part we want towards the enemy. So if we point it the other direction, we're going to blow up half of our ship in the process. We don't want to do that. So yeah, I want to put that down. Let's get two sets of missiles set up right there. I'm going to put also it on this side here. I want to do that there. Now I got two sets of missiles that are going both ways. Actually, is that running? Yeah, it's coming out the front of the ship. Now we can verify if we're wrong. Well, no biggie. I mean, we haven't really gotten very far anyways, so we can just pop up another ship and go from that way. But I want to verify. I don't want to get you know, mostly fixing up the ship and then find out that I put these missiles on backwards. All right, so let's test out, see how we got here. So I got the missiles, gonna reload them because we automatically have rockets and everything in game. So shoot, there we go, look at that. So rockets are good. I'm good with that, I'm happy. All right, so now let's continue working the rest of this. Okay, one of the other things I'd like to get rid of is I want to get rid of these blocks up here. I don't like these little block things sticking out. I mean, yeah, sure, I get it. It's decoration, but I don't know. It just seems like it would get in the way if I'm trying to look out the window to see what's out there, and I have to like look through that thing. All right, so now we have that. Want to put also, see, I want to put some guns up on top here, just in case, like, you know, I get some extra coverage, maybe, you know, because it looks like this thing here is going to shoot out my engines if it's trying to shoot backwards. So let's put the guns up on top here. Now I'm hoping that these things are semi-smart and they decide not to like shoot through the ship to try to get something. So there we go. So we got a couple rounds up on top, basically doing a little coverage on top there. These ones pretty much have the cover on the bottom. They can pretty much cover everything up here. These ones are going to cover everything up here. I got the rockets. They can pretty much take out anything that's in front of us. And then the other thing that I want to do is, let's go in here. I want to do these Gatling guns. Yeah, let's just make sure this thing is extra, like, you know, yeah, not a good idea to attack me kind of thing, you know, get that feeling going on. So yeah, we got that. Let's put that like right there, just added support. And then I don't want it to take out this little thing on the side here or anything like that. So let's go into here. I'm going to do in armor, and I'm just going to put light armor because this whole ship is light armor anyways. It's a drop ship. It's not combat, but you know, I want to make sure that if I do end up having to go into combat, I'm going to come out winning. So I'm going to put this out here. If I put that there, no, I guess can't do that, but I can put it there now like that and like that. So I'm kind of blocking that area. And then let's see if we put in a little bit of an angle like right there. That'd be kind of cool because then it would deflect, but that should work pretty good, I think. And then let's see, let's do the same on this side here. So we want to put in the block on this side. There we go. A little bit of extra protection there just to make sure that nothing, you know, takes us out or anything like that. Let's see. Let's try like building this up a little bit more. I think I'm going to be able to block that out anyways. So what I want to do up here is I already have this. This is kind of blown out right here. If we took out, say, what are we looking at here? We got this here. I want to put in, let's put a block in right here. Conveyor node junction, that would work perfect. All right, so if we take that there, let's take that out and take that out. And I want to put in a reactor in this spot. So we're going to go up to energy. We're going to grab this reactor. Something like that there, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Let's put that right there. Now we got a nice little reactor there that's working just to power our batteries in case we do need to have batteries pushed or whatnot. We can probably take this out here and let's put in a just put in a block right here. There we go. We'll put that in right there, and I'm going to put in a wall right on this side here to kind of just seal it off. And if we hold down R, we can put down a nice wall. I'm thinking maybe something white. Yeah, that looks all right. Go. Now I don't need these. I don't think I'm going to need those because I do already have the big cargo containers and everything that are in here. And then I want to make this like an open end area here. So let's take that out and that out. And then let's shorten this guy up a little bit here. I think I'm gonna have to put in these ones here. Well, let's take these out here. I don't think we need these. We can put in a full wall here, kind of flatten out the wall, if you will. There we go. I'll just do the same thing here. There we go. Nice. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm thinking maybe put a little bit of decoration in there just to kind of, you know, spruce up things a little bit. Let's use a bed, and then let's do a shelf here. And let's see, maybe some of these little things here. We can put those in here. That'd be nice. I'm gonna stick this in here. Let's see. Let's do that there, and then we'll put the bed, these things underneath the bed. Okay, put one in right about here, and then we're gonna put in our second one. Let's see, let's do dark green. Put that right there, and then I want to put a shelf up above this. Like maybe you need to put in like some extra storage up on top there. That'd be nice. Probably don't want to do the that color there. So let's put in like maybe a gray. Oh, that looks better. And then I'm going to stick a door in here, so we do have a little bit of privacy if we're in there sleeping. You know, we don't want to be waking up by someone else maybe flying around here or whatnot. So we'll put entrance in right there, and then we have this little door, kind of close things up, make it all nice and dark in here. I probably could take that out. There we go. Nice little room here. Everything's all nice and bright, or you know, nice and dark for us to be able to sleep and whatnot. We could put in a little illumination here. There we go. Just in case, maybe we can put a light switch in there, turn things off and on. All right, well, that looks pretty good. All right, so the next thing I want to do here is let's go up here. I want to take this out back here. Let's take out these beds. We don't need these beds here anymore. We got a nice little room next door. We don't need it. We don't need this. We can always stop at the big ship if we, you know, need to, you know, stop to go to the bathroom or something. All right, so now I have this all kind of set out here. Let's put in some slicers. So I want to do logistics, and I want to do slicers. Go a little bit bigger. There we go. Probably put 2. Yeah, I think 2 would be about right. Maybe that. We'll put that in there. And then we're gonna need to put in the production. That's what we want. Production. Let's take the gear forge. I want to stick this gear forge in here. Put that in there. There we go. We got that gear forge in here. That's awesome. And then I think what we can do is we can stick the illumination. Stick this in here. All right, there we go. Now this probably, oh, I see what we have right there. Okay, well, we can take this out of there, and that way we get a nice little glow of what's going on there. And then I want to put in a an entranceway. So let's do structural, and let's stick in a entranceway in here. Okay, so that's looking pretty good there. Now that we put the gear forge up here, we no longer need to have the gear forge down over here. So we can take the gear forge out of this. This is going to make into a nice little door. And then I want to go with, let's see, let's do this here, and we'll ship this into these blocks. So we'll put 2 blocks up there, and then if we look at this now, we have a we have the engines that are coming down from here for us to be able to rise off the ground. We also have the side one right here. We have the like 3 of the back ones here, and then we have this one right here. Plus we have the 2. Well, we got what, 4? Oh, we got 4 engines to slow us down, 3 of them to push us forward. Oh no, we have 4 of them going forward. Okay, so we got 4 going forward and 4 pushing us back. And then we have what, just 2? Yeah, 2 of them to push us off the ground. But we need another one to be able to stop us so we don't just go floating off, you know, keep going up and up and up. So what I want to do now is I want to take this and let's do movement, and we're going to do thrusters. And let's put the thrusters back here. So now that should offset it. We got 2 down below, we got 2 up above. So that should be all good and golden and everything's all ready to go. And then the other thing I want to do is let's get rid of this pipe, because this pipe was originally for the gear forge, but we don't need it no more because we took out the gear forge. I mean, we could always put that in later if we wanted to, but for right now, we're just going to take this out of there. And let's switch that to black, and we'll just put that right through there. But I want to get rid of these here, because I'm going to put a nice little ramp in here. And then I'm thinking maybe I should get rid of this too. Get rid of that and that. So if I have that there, now we want to make it so that there's a, I don't know, should we put in a door? I think a door would actually fit pretty nicely in this spot. So if we go in here and we go to entrances to door. Now should I do a door? I mean, the door would definitely keep it. I could like close this door and then that would keep things out. Right? Yeah. And then on the back here, I'm going to take out this door and then take out all this. I don't want this out in front. I don't, you know, it makes me worried that a bullet's going to come through, and the next thing I know, the ship is down. It's down for the count. There we go. So we take that out of there, clean that out. Maybe I'll stick in like 2 batteries. Maybe I could put another battery here just in case this one ends up getting fried or something like that. So let's go in here. I'll take this out. Okay, cool. So we got 2 batteries right there. They're actually behind a bunch of protection and everything like that. And then this is out the front here. So I want to take this door out, which is going to open that up. Let's take these out of here. There we go. 2 going into there like that. Take that out. Let's go up here and set this up a little bit better. Now I'm thinking what I want to do is let's put in, oh yeah, let's not put in that color. Let's put in a nice white or something. There we go. And then what I want to do, I think I'm going to put in some glass. I think that would be nice. And we want square windows. Yeah, that should do. Yeah, let's put that in there. Oh, we could almost put that in there if we take out this one right here. Oh, darn it. Took out the doorway too. All right, there we go. And then I want to put in the controls. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. And then we just got to put this door back here, which should be under structural. There we are. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Actually, let's change the color on that to a more of a black color. Oh yeah, that looks pretty sweet like that. So this is actually looking pretty decent. I think what we have to do is just to change out the back end here. Because right now we still could get a stray bullet coming into here. I want to make sure that that is not the case. So if we put in, say, let's put that in there and then have this switch this way. Like that there. So like if you're coming out that door, you would get a little bit of cover, but you would still be able to see the enemy. So I mean, if we wanted to, we could duck underneath this little protection unit be here and still be able to hit our target. Now the other thing I want to do is let's switch this down here and we'll switch this around. Bring that across there and that across there. Oh, did that not fit? Oh, we didn't put it all the way to the end. There we go. Let's try that. Now I'm thinking I want to get a little bit past the end of this just in case I brought this down nice and flat and these are like laying on the ground. So let's put this down. We'll do another flat one right here. Like that. I'm going to put that right there. And then on the bottom here, I think what I want to do is go a little bit on a steeper side so we can just cover the space a little bit faster. So if we go like this, bring that across there and then flip this around. That way I'm making up for that last little spot. I got a little bit more of a little protection on the bottom there so I can come in. And so if I'm coming in through here, I could easily just hit C, duck down and be able to shoot my enemy. But if I was standing up like this, I could still get some coverage as I'm coming off the back of the ship here. I think that is going to help out a lot. Maybe even put some kind of a protection on this. Let's see here. If I put, maybe just put that on the back. So just in case, you know, if something does come through, it doesn't end up hitting this. It'll hit this first before it hits anything else. I think that'll make a nice difference. All right. Yeah. So that is a little bit better, I think. Let's see if maybe we can cover these up a little bit. Give them a little bit more of a fighting chance if they do get nailed. All right, so looks like we got pretty much most of it's covered. Everything's pretty good. I think what I wanted to do was to do something on this here. I just don't think that's like enough protection, because if we're getting shot up, this stuff's going to take all kinds of damage right here. So let's take this up here. We'll take that there. There we go. It's like that. Give us a little bit more of a protection on that. And I think I want to do the same on this side here. Now I'm just right clicking here. Nice thing about creative is I can just right click on this and I can get rid of a lot of the stuff. Let's see. That's the wall right there, right? Okay, that's the wall. There we go. So that gives us a little bit better protection on that, so it doesn't end up taking out that cargo container right there, and end up taking out all of our weapons in the process. We definitely do not need that happening. So how else do we have here? Do we have Is it pretty much covered? I mean, for a drop ship, this should be relatively covered up. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing if maybe we can put in a little bit more coverage on this. Maybe something like that, and then let's do this here. There we go. A little bit more better protection on these just to make sure that these don't get shot up. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. That should be good enough. And then let's kind of copy it a bit on this side here and give it the same kind of protection. There we go. All right, that's looking pretty good there. But I think it's better armored now. Now, the other thing that we want to look at here. Oh, that's funny that it spawned that in. Because originally, I think it was kind of connected to the ship when I first brought it in. And then I did all the modifications, but I left the ship on there. And I think when I copied the whole capital ship, it also copied the little ship in there as well. Wasn't my intention. So I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to bring this in here from the back. So let's take out these here. I want to take these out as well. So now we're going to modify the capital ship to make it so we can house this other ship over here that we got coming in. And I think what I wanted to do is kind of open this up so that we can have maybe 2 little ships come in if we needed to. If we really wanted to bring like some extra ships coming in, that would be nice. See, is that the right color? Looks like it. All right, good. All right, so we have that coming in there, and then let me see here. I want to bring in like right about here. There we go. That's where I want to come in right there so that I can bring a line through. So I'm going to need to bring in a logistics, and we want to do the conveyors, the big ones. So let's put that in there, and then all right, and then the other thing I was thinking about is I want to change out these engines. I want to bring in the bigger engine because we have like a new upgrade. We don't need these little engines anymore. Let's see, is that still going to be able to connect into that? Because we have it connected to that, connecting to there. No, we're going to have to connect this one here. All right, so let's see here. Let's see how we do this. If I put in the engines here, so we want movement. Let's put in the big guy here. There we go. So we got the big giant engine. Now it has, let me see. Let me look at this thing. Now, not only does it have the little side ones, but it has the ones. Let's see, let's put that right there for right now so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Now, if we look at this, we have the connection here on the back. Plus, we have the connections on the sides. So I would think oh, it's not going down deep enough, is it? Darn it. Let's see. So I'm going to have to take this one out, I guess. And then maybe like that there. That way that's coming. That's being fed right there. And then I can bring this one out. And then this one here is going to connect to this ship. And then that way this ship will be all connected to everything else. So what I'm going to need to do then, I guess, is to do there. So if I do that there, and then I put in a couple windows back here on the back, I think I can put in the little windows. Maybe that's what it, maybe I can just do the little tiny windows because there are little windows. Yeah, I can just do that like that. There we go. So that is powering that area back there. And then underneath here, I don't need these small ones anymore, so I'll just get rid of these. There we go. So now we got 2 engines right there, and then we just got to put in the second one here. There we are. And then we'll just put the engine in right here. Now I wonder if this one here, this is a wall insert conveyor. What is this right here? Oh, it's a battery. See, where does this conveyor thing go? It comes through there and it plugs in right there. So if I take this out right here and take this out, I'll put that in right there, and then I'm going to put this in like right here. Honestly though, let me see here. I think what I need to do is I need to do this a little differently, because I don't think this is going to connect right. So if we go down to movement and then we put in this engine. So we got those 2 nice big engines back there. So everything's just looking absolutely awesome. I don't know if we really need to have that there or not, but all right, so we have the engine coming in here. You can see that it doesn't really match in between perfectly. So on this part here, I think what I'm going to have to do is to arrange this a little bit differently. Doesn't like to fit that way, but it'll fit this way just fine. That makes sense. All right, and then I want to put in the wall here. Let's do R. Let's do up there. There we go. That looks great. And then I want to do is, and then I want to do the 0.5. Okay, there we go. So now that's all plugged in. Oh, I forgot this top piece. There we go. Now we're all plugged in there. And I can seal up the floor. And we are good to go. All right, there we go. All right, cool. So now we have our little survival kit again, and everything is all good to go. Now we stick the battery up on top there. So we can go back to energy, do battery. There we go. That makes it convenient being upside down like that, so we can access it a little bit easier. All right, and so now this engine is all put in here. I mean, we could seal this up a little bit nicer if we wanted to, because there is like this here. If we wanted to, we could just go with this here and hit, let's see, let's hit R. And get that open one. And then we can force this through like that. So we could put that in like that, and then we could just put in the little one here. Just like that there, and that would seal that all in really nicely. There we go. So, I mean, that looks really nice. I mean, we could just set it up like that if we wanted to. And then that way the engines are all nicely sealed inside of this, and they won't get out. But the other thing is I want to do is we have these gyroscopes. I mean, we got a lot of these gyroscopes. I don't think we need all these many. I mean, that's quite a few gyroscopes. We got this giant engine right here. We could... would probably be a good thing if we were to come through here and seal this guy up. There we go. I mean, we could set things up like that, just kind of seal things up, make it look a little prettier. It wouldn't take much. And we could do this at any time. Do a little angle right there, and that would get that nicely sealed off. But I mean, it's not like it's detrimental right now. We don't really need to worry about that too much. Now, this part here, you know, I don't remember that being a problem. I could, yeah, see, it's weird how I can walk under it one way, but I can't walk under it going the other direction. Strange. I guess if I'm looking down, I can go underneath it. I don't know. Let me see. How about this way? No. Huh, weird. I don't know why. Strange. All right. So the other thing I want to do is, I think we want to take out these hydrogen tanks, but we also have we have those reactors. We have the reactors that are sitting right there. Now, what if, see, if I take this out here, imagine this is going to take a little while for us to get this all like perfectly set up and everything. Yeah, that's what I want. I want one of these gyros, and then logistics, and we want to do a hydro. Now let's see, what does it take to make the big ones? Because the big one, that would be a nice one to have in here. And man, it almost looks like it doesn't want to fit in here. So we have to figure out a way to get these in here. Now, I don't know. Let me see. Wow, look at this footprint it takes. Well, I don't know if this thing is going to fit in here. It might just be too big. All right, so how much does this take? How much big area does this cover? So this has 1,280,000. Wow. Versus the 5 mil is 32,000. So that's like what? Each one takes 32. That would be 3, 6, 9. That'd be like 4 of them. So that's 4 of them. Wow, that's 4 of these things covered. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Is there like a good spot we can stick something like this? Because this would be great. I mean, well, that'd be like hydrogen forever. Couldn't put it down here, so I think we're going to have like just one tank. Wonder if we could put it like right there. No, it looks like right there is like the only spot that's, well, no. Right there, that looks like the one spot. That's about as close as I can get it. That would give me enough room there. At least we should be able to put in, let's see if we put in this here. I mean, we're not going to be able to put in like more than one, obviously. I mean, these things is huge. So I might put in something like that there. Maybe we just take out the elevator altogether. This isn't the elevator that goes all the way up the bridge. Like the only one that goes up to the bridge, it is the only one that goes to the bridge. Darn it. Okay, because there's another. Where's the other one? Oh, it's up here. Yeah, see, that one's not going to go up any. There is this one here, but it doesn't go up anymore. It stops. Darn it. So I might not be able to get this big guy in here. I'd really like to have him because, boy, I tell you, that would be a huge upgrade. But I don't see it happening. I just don't see it working. And let's put in the bigger one. Oh, man, that is a tight squeeze. I tell you. All right, now we move this one here. Pick this one. Maybe right there. This is a really tight area. Oh, there we go. Oh, it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room in between those two. There we go. All right, I think that'll work. And then if I put a entrance on this, let's see if that will, we can just squeeze right in there. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's what we needed. Well, we got the elevator set up. We got the 2 gyros in here, 2 more bigger gyros. Maybe we can maneuver a little bit better. And then we got but I think I'm gonna have to connect these 2 here, obviously. So let's get those 2. We want logistics 2.5. So that means that is all connected now. And this one here looks like it is all connected. All right, so we got all this going. Everything seems to be doing all right there. I don't think I had this one set up like that because I don't remember that being a thing right there. I think that I had it set up down there. No, I want energy. That's what I want. Energy, and I want the reactor. Just gotta fix the floor on this side here. Okay, so there we go. At least we got the floors are all nicely fixed. Everything seems to be yeah, it seems to be working a little bit better. It looks like that elevator is just a little bit off. Like we could have squeezed that in even a little bit more. There we go. All right, cool. It almost looks like I could have pushed out that one window a little bit more. But I don't know. We can work with that later. I mean, we got pretty much that taken care of. But the other part is getting the ship out here connected. So we have the ship out here. It's just floating out about. We got all these pretty much connected, except for we got to take care of these engines here. So we want to put in the movement hydrogen engines. And we're going to go a little bit larger on these. Do the same back here with these ones. Get rid of these, put in the bigger ones. To offset the giant enormous ones that are on the back here. We have the 2 down here on the bottom, or 3 actually on the bottom. And then we're going to need to offset these ones here. So let's get these ones knocked out. There we go. Now we got the front one knocked out too. So we got the front, we got the tops, we got the bottoms, we got the sides. Do we get the side? We don't have the sides. We haven't done the sides yet. So let's get the sides knocked out here. Okay, got that one side taken out. Now let's get the other side over here. All right, cool. That should be all the engines now that we have those all taken care of. So the next thing I want to do is, let's see here. Let's go with this one. Yes. I think I want to come out to about right about here. Okay, and then we need to add on a couple slices on this one to make that fit. Yep, that should work. All right, good. And then I want to put a corner on this. Let's see. I don't know. I think let's take the ship over here. We can get a measurement of seeing where we can put the ship down to make it work for us. See, so I think I want to have it in like right about there. That would be about right. We just a tad bit back, bring it in a little bit more. Looks all right there. Let's see. I don't want the engine or the guns to hit the side there. Okay, so I guess I'm about coming in there, right? Maybe I should have brought it out just a tad bit more. I think that would be better, right? Should I bring it in right there or have it come in right there? If I have it come in there, it's going to get too close. I think right here is going to be good. This should have been gone. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Did I forget to seal up this? I tell you, I get squirrely sometimes. I tell you, I forget that what I'm working on here. Then I'll bring that across there, and then let's put in the let's put on some double walls here. Oh, is that not going to fit in there? Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good, but man, I tell you, I mean, if I'm getting shot, this thing is not gonna take a lot of damage for it to punch through. Maybe I'll take this out here. Problem is, I got this glass. I really like that glass, but man, I know that this is not gonna take a lot of damage before it. What if I do this here? Could do that, but I don't know. That looks kind of tacky, right? Maybe we can put in better angle. Maybe something like this. That might divert some of it away and still allow me to have a little bit of a peeking room down there so I can see what's going on down underneath the ship. That would be pretty neat. There we go. That looks pretty neat like that. I kind of like that look. Looks pretty nice. All right, now let's see if we can't finish this up here. I want to put, let's see, I think this is going too far forward. Let's push this back a little bit. And then let's put a block in here. And then I want to go to movement, and no, there we go. Let's put that there, and I'm thinking just bring this out a little bit further this time. I might do the same down here underneath. I might bring these out a little bit more as well. But I mean, we can do this on a another go as we go through this. But I mean, this is looking pretty good. I think I like this. Yeah, just kind of square that up a little bit on the edge, and then I'd like to bring this down a little bit more. Probably take out these little corner pieces here, bring that out more. Okay, that's looking pretty snazzy there. Okay, I think that's looking a lot better now. Let's see if I just need to add a few pieces to this. And then what I plan to do is to kind of separate this out a little bit so I can just pull the ships like straight in here, and then I can block those off. I might just do like maybe these back end pieces. And then one thing I'd like to do is, this is the back end here, but on the front end, I might just kind of fatten up these one back areas back here. I was thinking on this one here, this is going to be like my drop ship, combat ship kind of deal, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But then on this other side, I was thinking about maybe trying my luck at making a miner that has the bigger mining tools. So if I could get like this tool here. Now this is the normal size mining tool that we have on our miners. But if I can get this ginormous tool put on one of these, that would be pretty nice. I mean, there's only two sizes. So if I could get this this bigger mining tool onto another ship, maybe not this one particular, maybe something a little bit different, but it's going to be a little bit bigger, and I'll probably want to just stick it here on the back end, and that'll be my bigger miner. And then I can have just these little tiny ships if I just need to like do some little scouting around or whatever. I might even take up let's see here, it's this one up here, I think, right? Oh, see, now on the other game, I have this thing set up where this area here has my my big containers and everything like that. I could use that, or I could just set this one up as the major containers, and maybe even set up the hydrogen tanks on the other side over here, so I can have the big hydrogen tanks. Because I do have a bunch of extra space down here that I could probably just bring this down, straight down, and then bring in the big hydrogen tanks. And yeah, I think that would actually work a little bit better than trying to figure out how to get it inside the ship. I could just have it on the outside, but you know, right here, protected in this little alcove once I seal it off. And then I could have the two big ships, one miner, and then the my drop ship over here, all ready to go. So as long as we have these, I mean, one of the things I know you guys are going to say is like, well, you know, you have this the ship on the back, it's going to throw off everything, the gyros and all that stuff. But if we go in here and we go into the control panel, and then we come down here to the gyros. I can put the gyros right here, toggle enabled. And then I could set the see the hydrogen thrusters here and through here, and I'll make that one of those. I come back into here into my control panel. I got the hydrogen thrusters. I can take this whole block group and I can stick that down here and set that to toggle enabled. So then I just hit save there. Now when I hit 7, 8, I turn off everything. I hit P. Now this whole thing is like connected to the ship now. Yeah, see down there, it's all nicely, it's all connected and everything. It's a little on the high side. I wouldn't mind bringing it down a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, it seems okay, I guess. I mean, it would be nice maybe if I put some landing on there. That way I could bring it more flatter down. But it is just far enough away so it's not stacking up against this. But now if we come into here, we should be able to come back here to this and... Oh yeah, look at that. We can turn a lot faster now. We can maneuver. We can kick up, we can stop, we can go backwards, we can go side to side. Oh yeah, this is super nice. This is going to be really nice, I think. All right, that looks pretty nice. Let's see here. Now let's get off the ship here, and we're going to just copy these ships. So now we have these all ready to go. So I want to hit P, and then I want to hit 7-8 to turn it on. And we're going to just lift that up and bring that over here. All right, so this ship looks absolutely awesome. It's a nice upgrade. Definitely got a lot of defenses on this, and we have a lot of storage, so we should be plenty good on this. So I want to go in here to blueprints. Let's do new blueprint. We'll copy this bad boy. I'm just going to call this the DS2 dropship. All right, so now we got the DS2 dropship there, and then we have this one here. Let's see if we can't copy this, and I'll probably use this as like a way to get a better idea of all the changes I did, and then I can just implement them on the other game, and that way it'll I can use the measurements, and then I can just get rid of the blueprint once I'm done. There we go. And so now we have our new blueprint for this, and we have that one for that one. So we should be plenty good. I mean, I think we got everything pretty much knocked out, and then we should be able to go from there and be able to explore more of the world, get hit some more of those more difficult bases, get those knocked out. I think we're definitely doing good. We're going to be hitting up some new bases now. We're going to probably do a little bit more expanding. I want to get some more of those mining ship, maybe that larger mining ship, so I can mine more resources, bring more resources in, instead of just doing the little tiny mining back and forth. If I have those bigger miner, it's just going to make things a lot easier, especially when I come to those missions where I need like 250,000 of, say, titanium or something. I could be able to get it in one load and just call it a day. So that would be so sweet. It'll make things a lot more easier for us. We'll be knocking out the moon, and we'll see about getting that new miner and everything set up and all that. We'll be definitely doing that on the next episode. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode or stream. And hit that like, as it helps me with my algorithm as well as my channel, and it lets me know how much you've been enjoying the game so far. I really much appreciate that. Also, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know about what your thoughts are on my upgrades and everything, and if there's anything I should maybe tweak, or possibilities of making it covering some more areas that maybe you might have missed. I can go back over them again. I don't mind. I just absolutely love this game. Hit that join button too. You get all kinds of perks like member only post, highlighted content for members, and having your name used in the game, as far as like the ships, the motherboard, the capital ships, stuff like that, as well as getting a Discord role on my Discord channel. You'll find the Discord information down below, so definitely check that out. Also just joined with influencer with Amazon, so I do have all kinds of really cool merch and everything like that for space engineers, and just like space shirts and all that, some pretty funny ones. Gotta check it out. It's super funny. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.